Okay, David, congratulations, mate. This is your new car. It's long overdue, but here it is finally. Let's reveal it. Well, as you wanted, you've got it in the grey. We've blacked out the front grille. We've gone through and also blacked out the alloys, as you requested. We've done a full blackout on the car, really. At the end of the day, you've got something that looks like an R-line in the 210 kilowatt, but it's 170. We've done the back logos just below the bumper there, and it's stunning. It's come out really, really well. I'm really, really impressed with it. So, congratulations, mate. It's a V6, comes with a 5-year warranty and a 5-year roadside assist. In the event that something happens, call this number. Don't call me on the weekends, mate. Call that one. I don't imagine there'll be any problems with this car being a V6 diesel turbo. This is one of our premier models, so you'll love it. Right, let's go through a few aspects that you need to know. Inside here, we actually have to release it from the inside of the car. So let's pop the boot, and let's have a look and see what we did in here as well. Let's have a look. Now, you notice the license plate's still not on, so we're almost there. We're just about to register the car. You asked for an inside liner, bed liner, so you've got one of those inside here also. This will protect it. You'll be able to get your golf clubs inside here without leaving any mess behind, and just pull that out and flick it and give it a wipe. There's a full-size tyre in there, but I don't imagine you'll ever need to use that, purely because you've got that on-road assist as a backup. Now, you've got 12 volt in there if you happen to have a fridge or something that you wanted to keep things cool, possibly beverages. You can do that through there. You can also release from these two triggers on both sides here, release the rear seats, and they'll fold forwards. You'll also see on the very back there are some top tethers. Those are designed obviously if you had children or young children in baby seats. You can tether them to the seats up in front. Now, getting into this, see this little lever here? Well, that alleviates a couple of problems and gives you some access to opening up the back seat, and that's at a standard sitting style. Changing this little unit down here, pulling that trigger up, you can fold this back into a recline mode. Alright, the seats also have a nice little pull attachment down here, so the seats can go back and forth, and then down in the very bottom down here you've got access to high-speed charging ports, and again you have a 12 volt charger. Now we'll go through on this side here. One of the other things that you should know too, it's going to come with 2 keys, and it has keyless entry or proximity key access through the side of the car. So see these little touch pads here? Touch those and it'll lock. Put your hand on the inside, it'll unlock. Passenger side comes with electric seats on the passenger side, and then back support lumbar control inside here. Nothing to see really there. There's ambient lighting through the car. Inside the glove box you'll find the standard manual and roadside assist program. Right, looks pretty good so far. So we'll get back round to the back. We'll drop the boot. Now while I've got this, actually got this started or in standby mode, which I need to probably turn off now. Anyway, so I go back and I've got the keys on me. I can change the height of this back door by basically pulling it down to the height I actually want, pushing my hand into here. You'll hear that was the noise of it saying, okay, I've accepted that height, and now it won't go any further. So that's my setting. Standard setting is all the way up, but some people have smaller garages and their height restricted. Alright, so that's put us into that program. Right, so let's see what we've got here. So auto, by pushing that, and you can step away from the car, will automatically shut itself on its way down. Now, getting back to the fuel. Diesel, correct? So remember that. Diesel in there, and you will get reminded of using AdBlue on the odd occasion. it'll pop up in the screen. You'll have to come in and actually add that to the car. That's part of the emissions program. Now, just on this side here, we've got you a courtesy gift for buying a new car from us again. So this is from Tristram to you. Please enjoy. It'll come in handy in the car. There are a few bits in there that you probably would love to have a look at. Right, on the right hand side, on the driver's side door, we've got heated mirrors to the far right there, and then you can swing your mirrors in and close them off by pulling them in here. If you have it in left, when you're reversing, the left hand mirror will actually fold down and track your driving so you don't bump into curbs. Alright, there are settings on the doors to preset the car and the person with the key. That will take some time for you to go through that process, but that's individual. Now, let's get inside the car and have a little bit of a look around. So at this point, we've got the car sort of explaining to us that one, the hazard lights are on, and two, the right hand door's open. So what I'll do now is I'll start the car and we'll get some oxygen in here. So in this case, the first thing I'm going to do, because it's so hot today, is we're on low, and I'm asking it to cool us down ever so quickly. So just one of the things you'll see, first things first too, you've got heated seats in here, right, and heated, and then not, relatively simple to operate. Your menu for your moving or circulating the air inside the car, and let's just change this again, just to bring that down. Just by tapping the screen there, you've got access to make some different moves. You can obviously sync it if you want to, or unsync it. So the temperature on this side might want to be higher, right, and then this side might just want to be 16.5, or you might want to have it on auto, so that you're presetting that. Air care is what we use to actually circulate through the car and tidy up, clean up the air while we're in it. You'll also see that there, so you can see it's going through its process now, and as it goes through, it should be able to bring us back to a nice, easy, comfortable feeling inside the car. Alright, let's get you started on a couple of other things first. So let's go into setting up your phone. Be the first thing you want to do. So we'll go into telephone there, we tap on that, find my mobile. You'll be looking for BT7286. Sync that to your phone, and then from there onwards, every time you jump into the car, it should be all set to go. Going back to the menu again, let's get it back into the menu. Your next one you might want to do or use is using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. These are great features. I'm sure you're using it, or were using it in the Arteon. That means basically your most of your apps that you're currently using will pop up inside there, your most valuable ones anyway, such as navigation or Google, or a few other things like Waze and music. Right, so we've got that one set up. You can plug that in and or it'll remotely jump into it for you. Traffic control or media controls also inside there, probably something you won't need to use in the future. Radio stations, of course, you're just scrolling through much like the Arteon. Media again, so there's your source there. You want to go into Bluetooth or BT audio, you can. It'll start finding your device. It will set that up initially from your phone when you set your phone into it. Right, we go into the next one. One thing you might want to do is change your fader, same as the Arteon, moving it around, or picking something that you say bass, more treble, whatever you want to do. So let's put that back into the middle there and just leave that as normal. Alright, so there's your on off for your stopping system deactivated, start stop, and as you can see it's just popped up inside the screen. So I'll do that again. It's activated and then deactivated. You've got a parking assist program. Remember, it's parking assist only. Follow the instructions of the cluster. Just inside here, it'll tell you where or what you should do. Be aware that if you start using this system, it is really a system which is a guide only. I'm not 100% on using one of those. Now I want to check around the car, see what's going on around me. I happen to be parked somewhere, just see if anything's close. As I turn the steering wheel, you'll see so does the motion detector and the direction finder. That will also move. All right, slightly different, but similar to the Arteon in the fact that the setup inside here again is all off the steering wheel. So I could refer to this little program here as my library for my road assist, my maps, and then going through. And as I scroll through or scroll up and down, I can get more information. All right, on the car, off-road, driving style. So in this particular case, because you've got two big analog ones, I think are coming out of a digital dash, you might want to leave the big number up there until you get used to the car, purely because I'm used to just looking for a speed number rather than looking over to my right hand side and getting confused, and by that time I've already got a ticket. All right, so this is your on and off, and then we can change the views if we want to through there. There's also access to the phone, but if you're using Apple CarPlay, you might use Hey Siri so she can get you started. Inside here is your setup for your distance control between the car in front and the car behind you. Because it's deactivated, I've got nothing going on regarding any speed limits or cruise control. Last things, we're getting down to the paddle shifters on the back of the car. Again, you're used to that on the Arteon, so downshifting on the left and upshifting on the right. You've got your control here for your wipers, and on your left hand side you've got your lights and your setup for that. Down here on the right hand side is you've got your one set of light system, and then a cozy little place where you can put some change or valuables inside there if you need to. Right, last things last. Now we're just getting down to the last few things here, so we'll get into say driving modes. Again, like the Arteon, you can scroll through, or just by touching the dash you can pick which speed or which node you'd like to be in, and you're away. Push P on the side there to park the car, so when you get to a location it'll push P, that'll stop the car and park it. Your brake will come on. You've got an auto hold as well. All right, so drive, it's relatively simple. Again, drive mode, and we get back into there, just change that to the home page. So once I'm in drive, that'll come up just inside the dash, just up on the left hand side up here. All right, your compass is there, the temperature's on the outside. That's really about it. That all I can tell you is it's a great car. I'm looking forward to doing some playing golf with you in the near future. So thanks very much again for buying and trusting in us here at Tristram. We look forward to seeing you later on today with your registration, and sign off and let you go. All right, thanks mate, all the best.